Hello and welcome to Preschool Storytime. I'm Miss Claire from the Chattanooga Public Library. Preschool Storytime is for children ages 3 to 5, but children of all ages are welcome. Grown-ups, we would love it if you would fill out the survey that's linked in the description box below. It helps us know how we're doing and how we can serve you better. Our stories today are about counting, and our first story is called Counting Creatures, and it is by Julia Donaldson. Illustrations by Sharon King Chai, and it is published by Dial Book for Young Readers. I should give you a little hint. The last animal in the book is a spider, and her babies are all over the book, so we might see a few spiders. See if you can find them. If not, you can check out the book and count them yourself. This bat has one baby, holding on tight as they fly through the night. There's our spider. There's our first spider. Who has more babies than that? This sheep has 2 lambs, one of them eating, the other one bleeding. Who has more babies than that? This leopard has 3 cubs, tottering, swaying, pouncing, and playing. Who has more babies than that? This wild dog has how many? 4 pups, nosing and nestling, writhing and wrestling. Who has more babies than that? Who's that? Owl has 5 owlets, huddled together, warm in cold weather. Who has more babies than that? Who's that? This fox has how many? What do you think? What are we up to? 6 kits, frolicking, frisking, bushy tails whisking. Who has more babies than that? This Arctic hare has, you see, I put there, you can see their babies, 7 leverets, running and jumping, little legs thumping. Who has more babies than that? This mouse has, Miss Claire needs another hand here. This mouse has 8 baby mice, pattering, pawing, nibbling, and gnawing. Who has more babies than that? So we're going to fold that one up. There we go. Quack, quack. This duck has 9 ducklings, swimming and snacking, practicing quacking. Can you practice quacking? Quack, quack. Who has more babies than that? It's a potbelly pig. This potbelly pig has 10 piglets, romping, cavorting, squealing, and snorting. Can you snort or oink like a pig? You can say oink, oink, or. Who has more babies than that? This turkey has 15 poults, some of them peeping, the other ones cheeping. Who has more babies than that? What is that? This butterfly has 20 caterpillars, munching away, getting fatter each day. Who has more babies than that? Oops, did you see? You know who's next? This frog has, what does a frog have? 25 tadpoles. Look at them wriggling, squiggling, and wiggling. Who has more babies than that? There she is. This spider has lots of spiderlings. Take a good look. They're all over this book. How many babies is that? She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's not even counting all the ones throughout the book. Did you see some? Like there. I bet. And that's Counting Creatures. I think that's just a beautiful book. Well, I don't have a potbelly pig, but are you ready to help me sing Clean and Dirty Pigs? It's 5 pigs so squeaky clean, cleanest you've ever seen, wanted to go outside and play. And then we're going to say, in the mud. One jumped into the mud, and we're going to slap our leg, landed with a big thud. And then we're going to count down from there. Do you think you can help me with that? Here are our 5 pigs. 5 pigs so squeaky clean, cleanest you've ever seen, wanted to go outside and play. Where at? In the mud. One jumped into the mud, landed with a big thud. Now there are 4 pigs squeaky clean. Oink, oink. I forgot to tell you, you have to oink with me. 4 pigs so squeaky clean, cleanest you've ever seen, wanted to go outside and play. In the mud. One jumped into the mud, landed with a big thud. Now there are 3 pigs squeaky clean. Oink, oink. 3 clean and squeaky, 3 pigs so squeaky clean, cleanest you've ever seen, wanted to go outside and play. Where? In the mud. One jumped into the mud, landed with a big thud. Now there are 2 pigs squeaky clean. Oink, oink. 2 clean and squeaky pigs. 2 pigs so squeaky clean. Cleanest you've ever seen. Wanted to go outside and play. Where? In the mud. One jumped into the mud. Landed with a big thud. Now there is 1 pig squeaky clean. Oink, oink. 1 pig so squeaky clean, cleanest you've ever seen, wanted to go outside and play. Where at? In the mud. He jumped into the mud, landed with a big thud. Now there are no clean squeaky pigs. Oink, oink. Now we have 5 dirty pigs, but they're having fun in the mud. That's how they cool themselves off. All right, you ready for another story? We have a book called One Fox, a counting book thriller. And this is by Kate Reed. I love the end paper. Look at all those footprints, paw prints. I'm guessing Fox has to have paw prints. And this is published by Peachtree. One famished fox. 2 sly eyes. 3 plump hens. What are the hens eating? Worms? I see a worm. 3 worms. 1 for each hen. 4 padding paws. What do you think that fox is up to? 5 snug eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 silent steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's going for the hen house. Not a good idea. 7 knocks at the door. Can you knock on the door? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Do you think the hens are going to let him in? 8 beady eyes. 9 flying feathers. 10 sharp teeth. I don't know if I want to count a fox's teeth. I'll just believe there are 10. Uh-oh. I think the hens have lots of friends. 100 angry hens. And 1 frightened fox. Oh, those hens chased the fox away. Now we have chicken feet. And it says no hens or foxes were harmed in the making of this book. And now the back end paper is all chickens. We have the fox at the fox prints, paw prints at the beginning, and the hens at the end. That's One Fox, a counting book thriller. I have a flannel for you, and it is called Dear Zoo, and it is from the book with the same name. See if you can guess. I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. They sent me, what do you think they sent? It says, very heavy. What is it? Whoop. An elephant. He was too big. I sent him back. They sent me, oh, what do you think that is? It says, danger bites. It's Claire to get it on very straight, did she? They sent me a giraffe. He was too tall. I sent him back. Let's see who's next. Ooh, this one says fragile, very fierce. What do you think that could be? They sent me a lion. Would you want a lion? He was too fierce. I sent him back. Let's see who's next. What did they send me? Oops, I'm letting his feet hang out. It says handle with care. So they sent me a, whoops, I tipped him over too, a camel. He was too grumpy. I sent him back. See if we can get this one. This is a long, skinny one. What do you think? Try not to let you see. Beware. What do you think? He was too scary. I sent him back. So they sent me can you see what kind of a tail? Whose tail is that? It says wild. They sent me a monkey. He was too naughty. I sent him back. Oh, I know this one. Keep closed. They sent me a, this one's too jumpy. You guesses? It's a frog is upside down. A frog. I sent him back. So they thought long and hard. And they sent me, this one says, from all your friends at the zoo. What do you think would be the perfect pet? A dog. I kept him. Do you know how many animals we had? We're going to count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who else do we have? Do you remember? 6. Where's the tall one? Maybe should have. 7. Do you remember the first one? 8. We had 8 animals that they sent. And the 8th one, the dog was just right. Our last book on counting is by Danica McKellar, and it is Good Night Numbers. It's illustrated by Alicia Padron. And it gives us on the end papers all different ways to say our numbers 1 through 10. We have 1 through 5 on the front and 6 through 10 on the back. And it is published by Crown Books for young readers. And this is one that you can look for a lot of different things in the pictures. 1, good night, 1 fork. Good night, 1 spoon. Good night, 1 bowl. I'll see you soon. If you look closely, I think on most pages there's something hanging on the wall. This one has 1 heart. We'll see what else we see. 2, good night, 2 hands. Good night, 2 feet. Good night, 2 ears. So small and sweet. Now we have 2, looks like apples. We have 2 bowls, 2 kittens, 2 apples in the bowl, 2 cups, 2 drawers, and more. See what you can find on the pages. 3, good night, 3 wheels. Good night, 3 cans. Good night, all trucks and pots and pans. I'm going to show you. You look and see if you see anything else that you can count to 3 on. Here. What comes after 3? Not 5. Miss Claire Skiggins doesn't want to skip a page. 4, good night, 4 paws. Good night, kitty cat. Good night, 4 froggies on the bathroom mat. And what do we have up here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rubber ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4 towels. 5. Good night, 5 points. Good night, little star. Good night, 5 splashes. They really go far. The baby's getting mama wet. And we have 5 fish up here. 6. Good night, 6 snaps. Good night, Mr. Peach. Good night, 6 blocks with 6 sides each. We also have 6 peaches up here. We have 6 lights, 6 flowers on our tent. 7, good night, 7 days. Good night, whole week. Good night, 7 teeth. They so clean, they squeak. What other things do we have? We have 7 strawberries up here. We have a calendar with July, which is the 7th month. We have 7 dogs on the towel. 7 balls in the cat's bed. 8, good night, 8 arms. Good night, tall vine. Good night, 8 sides on the red stop sign. And we have 8 bones up here, 8 diamonds on the lamp. And I'll bet you can find more. There are 8 segments to this caterpillar. 9, good night, 9 butterflies. Good night, 9 bars. Good night to the moon and countless stars. But we have 9 little piglets. What else do we have? 9 buttons, 9 rings, 9 butterflies on the mobile, 9 footballs on the pajamas, and still more. 10, good night, 10 fingers, good night, 10 toes, good night to the world, everyone knows. What do we have here? I can't even tell what that is. It looks kind of like a little rocket ship, but I'm not sure. We have 10 on that sign. Numbers are around us like really good friends. Good night to all the numbers. Good night. The end. It is fun. We can count things all the time. Like, how many books did we read today? 1, 2, 3. We did. And thank you so much for joining me for our counting stories. I hope you have a great week. I miss all of you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.